the very raw and rugged dynamics of all of these poor people and so on. Trying to, the urgency of the storyline that had to be told all of the time, and the in-your-face, raw edge of the story that was going on. So I thought that the cinematography was quite a new feel, and really gave people something new to look at. It wasn't go-to-sleep television, that's for sure. And music, of course, just adds enormously to the whole production. And I mean, there was not one weak department on Battlestar Galactica. And I think that the Lucky Stars brought us all together. Are you guys ready to give any? What we have to do? Well, okay. Let me tell. Do you want me to tell them what y'all do?
I think it's your team first.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Catherine, please tell. Who? You tell them.
I've done a few different positions on Battlestar, but I started at the beginning on the miniseries as the truck costumer. Missed season 1, season 2, and season 3 as a truck costumer as well. Season 4 as a prep costumer, so I moved over to the office instead. Oh, okay. A truck costumer. Basic job is I come in the morning and before anybody would show up, I'd be in charge of cast costumes. I would load the room with the outfits that the cast were supposed to wear for set. Then they get changed, and as the day would progress, I'd have to make sure that they had the appropriate costume in their change room so that they could change and be ready for set. I'd also maintain and take care of the costumes, laundry, making sure all the costumes that I needed from day to day for the cast were available, which would be then talking to the office, saying, you know, do we have this? And they were like, oh, we're running around doing it.
I hate Catherine.
And yeah, laundry and sending things out and filling it. Funny, actually, we were talking about the breakdown of the costumes as time went on and not worrying about that. And I just remember for the miniseries, it was slightly different because it was right at the beginning. So everybody was very pressed. And I remember one day, very early on, word came down that my blue uniforms were not pressed enough. Because I'm in charge of that. And I was using the dry cleaners to press the costumes. That wasn't good enough. So from that day forth, I spent 4 hours a day starching and pressing every single blue uniform that had to go on camera the next day. So that was a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, no, season 2 and season 3 was a lot more relaxed because of course we didn't have to worry about that. So it was real. They were in the trenches, kind of thing. But pretty much the same sort of job description for that. As a prep costumer, I was the runaround gal, doing whatever I could to help. My biggest memory from that was season 4. I got to help with the Razor coveralls and the deckhands and the signalers. Glenn had a sort of an idea of what she wanted for the look, and I was in charge of finding the tickets because everybody else was busy doing bigger costumes. That was fun. That was really great, and I really liked that. And when season 4.5 came on, Glenn offered me the assistant designer position, and right on, yeah, this is great. And I really like the creative side of this thing. So I work a lot with shopping and sourcing clothing, like the regular clothes that you see, and also bits and pieces. It's hard to find things like buttons, like when we had to do more uniforms, trying to track down those original buttons, or even the same color trim, a zipper, is quite an ordeal and very, very time consuming. Yeah, I continue on with Glenn as assistant designer for the Plan, Caprica, and just this is
And I put her in charge of the auction.
Oh, yes, right, of course, yeah. I did the auction as well.
Which was a huge job.
Yeah, no, I was in charge of pulling, because all the cast ended up with closets by the end of the season, which was, or the whole season, massive. And because they rewore some of the items, especially once you got into less uniformy things, so I was in charge of putting together all the costumes relative to the episode so that they could be auctioned off as a package. If it involved earrings, t-shirt, shirt, blouse, scarf, pants, shoes, whatever. I took a while.
Thank you. Great, and Sharon Hume. Hi.
I started on the mini-series as a prep costumer, which is basically, as Catherine said, just sourcing, all we did. Found little bits and pieces for things. And then I spent a few years doing the background costuming, which was the best gig ever. A 60-foot trailer in the back lot, just full of costumes. And certain people would show up and would change them 3 times a day, and it was brilliant. And we, on Havercast, same thing, smaller trailer, not as much smaller trailer. And then on Blood and Chrome, we sort of split up. A lot of us had to do more than one job. So I tried my hand at the office job. I had to learn how to use the photocopier, a phone with 2 lines. And then I went back to that. Much bigger on that. Yeah. And that's it.
Karen did a lot of running on Battlestar Galactica. I don't know if anybody's been to Vancouver and seen the Vancouver Film Studio. It takes a lot of geography up. And of course our office was at the far west end of the studio, and Sharon's 60-foot trailer was at the far east end of the studio. So she ended up getting a bicycle and went back and forth, back and forth. The miles we put on that show was pretty phenomenal.
I got him stood on it a few times. I remember being on the steps to go back to the office, over to Sharon, over to the log, back to the truck.
Yeah. So for Sharon's day, I mean, it could feasibly be all of you showing up. Hi, I'm here to be an extra today.
And I'd change it more than once.
Well, first you probably look at everybody, size them up, see from page 4 to 36. Oh my God, do I have enough of the right size? Right?
Exactly. And then we go to Catherine's trailer and steal it. Yeah. And and Blood and Chrome was sort of the same thing, but smaller, much smaller, because we did 360 green screen. So we were in a really small setup. But it was good. Yeah.
Hello, guys. Nova.
Hi, everybody. Well, I came to the show in 2004. I was recommended to Glenn, but I met her there. This is the time we met. And she didn't know about me or my abilities or anything, so she just put me in charge of 16 all the colors on all the uniforms, and the sleeves were backwards. So, so I get in, and everybody loved the way I fixed the Dama color, and the door was open. So I was part of the show after that. And slowly my role was progressing, and I was getting more things to make besides the uniform system and video pieces and all that. Basically, my position was at the beginning was a little interest, just doing this and that. And actually, I were actually questioning Glenn, do we need a teacher for the show? And that's later it ended up being that we actually need a bigger workshop, never mind teachers. So later I started packing pieces and making garments, and Glenn walked into one day to my table and said, well, I think you're a cutter now. So okay, I've become a cutter. A cutter position is basically being responsible for the final build of the costume. And as I learned on the show, that position is very, very loaded with responsibilities as well as accountabilities. Basically, all these ladies are my bosses, and there's more. So, the upline will be Glenn, and of course she has her bosses, and the costume making goes to place. So she gets to read the text and see what the script and see what kind of costume could be done there, and she makes an idea that that's how it will look like. And then she goes and checks with art department, see what background like, and of course, but as far as I know, my answer. Then she goes to me and says, we need this blue dress. It should be long, and maybe long sleeves. And the actress, we don't have any sizes. She's probably in between 8 and 12. And before the camera, decision making goes this way. So she told me that, so I'm aware that it's blue. And it's between 8 and 12. Then I turned Glenn also tells that, but I described in detail what kind of fabric will work for that particular outline. And so girls run out shopping for fabric, which is not easy, and I know they will find nothing, or they probably will bring some wrong pieces, which is like polyester or some horrible that I can't work with. And the only mistake I can't, wool is great to work with, but girls don't know that. Whoever shops, they not really have a sewing background. And so they bring the whole wrong pieces, and then I go again, oh, I'm sorry, can you find me the wool or whatever? So they go again, and time runs. And so then I start doing patterns. Usually I use the recycled paper from art department. Well, whatever they use for their drawings, they bring the paper, and I just make quick patterns. Sort of from side base, like, well, and fabric arrives, so it depends if you need like 7 pieces, then I quickly sit on the phone and ask my sisters to come and help. Quickly make a workshop to do the project. And yeah, so I know the artist arrives tomorrow, so I basically date the dress somewhere in the middle of size 8 to 12. And she arrives right from the plane to the shop, and we just put that sock right on her, and then I pin it around her, and sort of make it looking at a dress. And then she likes it, and we go from there. And then we finish the whole piece complete, and everybody's happy. So like that, as you see, there's a lot of challenge on the way. You have to please a lot of people. But then after that, again, the track people goes, wow, when is the second piece? When is the second piece is coming? Do you have a backup? Do you have this? Do you have that? And I just finished this. Give me a wrong and so forth. So basically, I'm at the end of the production of the costume if it needs to be sewn. I'm responsible if somebody can hold the camera, that's me. But I can't really point fingers and all. Glenn told me just yesterday to make 4 coats, and I don't have time. Well, you just work the schedule, and that's what I learned in movies. That you actually put your life aside, and if it needs to be done tomorrow, like, what was the famous work they did 1 week, and we didn't have teachers for a couple of days, 15 flight tubes. Go ahead, produce it. That was quite a challenge, but we finished everything. Like at the end, everything worked, and I'm proud to be at the end. I'm just so glad that Glenn called me that day and hired me, and I was part of such a beautiful movie. Very proud.
And one thing I remember